Welcome back to Flying Desperate Cards. Today we have a video response for Rick over at Vintage Oddball Cards. It's his 800 subscriber giveaway, and he's asking us to show off some of our oddball cards. And yeah, so I thought it'd be fun. I've been seeing you guys post a bunch of videos, so I thought I would jump in on the fun. But first off, make sure you go and check out Vintage Oddball Cards. Give him a sub. He is past 800, on his way to 900. 1,000 and more, so great job getting there. So first ones I want to show off here are actually not from my collection. They're from this box, and this was a box. I'm helping a friend go through a collection, and I ran across this, and these are actually sorted. But when I got this, they were all kind of every 3 cards was different, and there was kind of no rhyme or reason to it. And I was like, that's really weird. And so I was looking through it. I'm like, why would all these cards be together? Like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'll show you kind of a sample of these. And so I was going through and I'm like, oh, okay, here's some, some 90 Bowman, like, oh, that's pretty cool. And but then I flipped one over. I was like, well, wait, this is Jerome Walton. Wait, it says Randy Mulligan. Like, what's going on here? So that's Storm Davis for Lance Parrish. So what these are, these look like these are just misprints. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's fine. Then oh, okay, cool. There's some 87 tops. Here's some TTMers here, and I was like, oh wow, that'd be cool to send out to those guys here. Vince Law. I was like, oh, well, it's totally misprint. So yeah, so we got some this one's miscut and has the wrong one on the back. So it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then kept going, and then got some 88 O-Pee-Chee, which I didn't have. I don't have any of this in my collection. I was like, oh, that'd be sweet. Kind of pick these ones up, and then start looking, and I'm like, there's nothing on the back. What is going on? And so I was like, what is this box? And so the box was completely full of all these misprint cards. So either blank front, blank backs, miscuts, all kinds of different things. And it was an entire box full. I've seen them here and there, 1 or 2 of them, but never like an entire box. So this one I thought was kind of interesting. We have Rich Goose Gossage. So, we've got him right here on the front, and then, oh yeah, that's the back of his card, right? So then, we'll take a look at this a little bit closer. Wait a second. That's just a blank front, and Rich Gossage or Goose Gossage has a different back. This is the Doug Jones error card. So this is the double Goose Gossage error card. And so I was like, this is so weird. So kept kind of going through, see what else I could find in these, sorting them out. Got a Joey Albert Bell. These are all blank fronts. Tony Gwynn. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Nope, nothing on the front. Got a fan of the channel, or fan of mine, or I'm a fan of him. Steve Searcy, nothing on the front. Same with these Bowman cards. So you can kind of catch the drift on these. They're all kind of misprints. And then I found these ones. Got some tops. I think this might be, I don't know what year this is, but I can't even tell because there's nothing on there. I think these might be Stadium Club. So Eddie, I know this probably pains you to see these. Oh yeah, that's a Stadium Club. But we got no kind of like hologram there. Misprint. Got a double print. I think this is a Mike Moore with the checklist just right over top of his face. So sorry, Mike Moore, you got, oh, and it's a blank back, so it's like a triple mess up. So I thought these were just kind of interesting. Got a terribly miscut Gary Sheffield, and so I was like, I can't imagine that. I know there's people out there that collect these kinds of things, and that's not technically super oddball. But then in the box of cards, I found this receipt for the Shop at Home network, and it was actually a box. It was the error deal, the big oops. So I think it was something that they were hawking on Shop at Home, and yeah, so they were selling them all together. So that would made more sense of why there would be an entire box full of just miscuts and all kinds of stuff. Is just, they sold it like that. So I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. So that's my first thing. I know that's not super oddball. It's weird and unusual, maybe not considered, classic oddball. But so first up, I'm going to show some of my favorite cards, oddball cards, and these are Mother's Cookies cards. And I'm sure probably some other you guys have seen these out there. But we obviously loved baseball cards and cookies growing up. And so we would get these mother's cookies anytime my mom was in the store and she saw these, she'd pick them up, obviously, because we have a ton of them. And this is, this is between my brother, my dad, and I. So, but yeah, so I got a McGuire, Canseco, Will Clark, then a bunch of Nolan Ryans. He was in several series. So ate a lot of cookies, but got a lot of sweet cards out of those. I thought it was always cool too. Has a spot here for the autograph on the back. It looks like some cookie residue there as well. And then next up we have I'm working on my Andres Thomas Super Collection. And with any Super Collection, obviously you're going to get some Oddball in there. So we have a starting lineup talking baseball card, which I thought was kind of cool. And then some classic cards. These were kind of fun. I always like the, this kind of bright border on this one. This is an 87. I think this is a 89 or a 90. So, and then we've got our Toys R Us Collector's Edition. Very nice. So it looks like he's in the batting cages somewhere. And then this is one I actually just picked up. It's Cataco. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it looks like a game. And so the only thing I've ever seen is this one. So, and I know I've seen other ones where people played the game, but I don't know a ton about it, but I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm going to have an update on my Andres Thomas Super Collection here soon. So these will be included. I am making my way to the top of the ladder. And then my other PC is Ozzie Smith. So these are a bunch, and some of these I've picked up recently, but I had a lot of these just growing up. So a lot of food issue ones. So Nestle, Post, another Post one. Obviously got to get your Denny's. Awesome. Oh, nice. The Backflip. That's like a super long one. That one's awesome. So got that, with my Grand Slam breakfast back in the day. Some Ralston, Purina, dog food, Superstars. I don't know what that one is. Gotta love Oddball when you're like, where is this from? Wonder Stars. No, obviously not licensed or anything. Jimmy Dean. Another starting lineup, Rookie Year from 1978. Unfortunately, I do not have the starting lineup anymore. Some memorable moments: Kmart, Kellogg's, kind of quasi sports flick-esque. And then got a pop-up one. These ones I actually have quite a few of these ones. Thought those were kind of cool. Never actually did pop. I did pop some of them up, but have a bunch of those. This was a Donruss All-Star type of thing. I can see kind of how it would pop up there. And then this Collect-a-Book, which is kind of cool. I'd seen this, kind of in the thing, and it opens up, and it's got, a little, little stat from here. This is actually kind of funny. I may not drive in 100 runs each year, but I can prevent 100 runs from scoring against us. Well, you would be the most amazing player on the planet Ozzie if that was the case. But so it's like this little book. So it's got a little story, career highlights, and then a little picture here on the back. So I thought that was kind of a interesting. Oh, there's another page too. There we go. Kind of an interesting little card. And that they never really caught on, but thought that was kind of a fun one. And then my last one here I want to show is some Griffey cards. And so, growing up in the Northwest, try to pick up as many Griffey cards as possible. Another food issue, Hostess cards. I think I've seen some people show these ones off. Unfortunately, I had to eat a bunch of Twinkies to get these cards. Someone had to do it. But and then got the Ken Griffey Jr. Candy bar from Pacific. Put that out and kept it in our fridge for as long as possible. So I'm like, it's gonna be worth so much money, and then it got really gross. So I just kept the wrapper. Thought that was kind of cool. And then got some Griffey Pepsi cards, which is pretty awesome. So I don't remember what year this is from. 91 probably. And then got some more Mother's Cookies on here. And actually I have a team set of Mariners from, I don't remember, 89. And so got a couple of those. My brother and I had those. So got these sweet Mother's Cookies cards, and then got this one, a Rookie Superstars, and then this one. And then this is my last one. Was a sweet classic card. This was always one of my favorite that I had displayed as I was a kid obviously an awesome spot for an autograph. So that's, you know, from 1989. So his rookie year, classic kind of a, there we go. And yeah, so that's kind of a cool one that I've always enjoyed in my collection. So there we go. That is my collection of Oddball cards. Make sure you go and check out Vintage Oddball Cards. Give them a subscribe. Let me know what was your favorite card from my collection of what you thought. And thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.